The taco is a dish tailor-made for ease, convenience, and maximized eating enjoyment. Not only can you eat it while walking or while engaging in conversation, you're offered bursts of succulence and savoriness with even the slightest of nibbles. The dish is distinctly originated from Mexico, and while the year, or rather era, it was conjured up is somewhat disputed, anthropological evidence suggests that the indigenous peoples of the Valley of Mexico ate tacos stuffed with small fish. The first instance of documentation, however, comes from Bernal Diaz del Castillo, sorry if I butchered that, documenting the first taco feast taking place during the Spanish conquistadors. And now, sure, the tacos began under the assumption of accurate anthropological evidence as a sort of seafood dish, but as we all know, they obviously aren't limited to such. Varieties such as steak, chicken, pork, lamb, or even goat are all widely accepted in terms of meats. Branching out into even broader territory where meat choice is in no way relevant, a taco is bound to be clothed in the corn tortilla jacket. They hail from Mesoamerica, where the Maya and Aztecs would mix corn, cooked in alkaline solution, into a dough. That process of cooking corn in an alkaline solution is called nixtamalization, and it makes for a more easily grindable paste. The dough, called masa, I'm referring to the corn here, was then cooked over a hot surface, and then you have your corn tortilla, a pliable corn tortilla. Tacos rose to popularity in Mexico the way most beloved foods do, by slipping effortlessly into the rhythm of everyday life. As cities grew and labor patterns shifted, tacos became a staple of working-class culture. Miners in the silver regions of Mexico, for example, embraced them as the ideal portable meal, as I talked about earlier, how that's really the primary appeal. Their version, the taco de minero, or miner's taco, used cheap filling ingredients that could survive a long shift underground. Urban markets in Mexico City soon transformed tacos into a street-side phenomenon. Vendors, armed with nothing more than a griddle and a stack of warm tortillas, fed crowds from sunrise to well past midnight. Tacos were democratic, enjoyed by laborers, students, merchants, and eventually anyone drawn in by the irresistible scent of sizzling meat drifting through plazas. This momentum eventually brought the taco northward. The dish crossed and will become the United States during the 19th century through migrant workers and border communities who brought their food traditions with them. At first, tacos remained close to the roots, simple, fresh, and reliant on the ingredients of northern Mexico. But as more Mexican families settled in American cities, tacos began to find new homes in Los Angeles, San Antonio, and other hubs where food carts and small family restaurants introduced the dish to curious locals. Over time, the taco became a kind of culinary ambassador, a handheld reminder of Mexican culture traveling through factories, railroads, and these ports of labor, as well as neighborhoods, winning converts one bite at a time. Eventually, American entrepreneurs recognized just how widely appealing this dish could be. The mid-20th century saw the rise of restaurant chains that reimagined tacos for mass production. Taco Bell, I'm sure you guys all know what that is, founded in 1962 by Glenn Bell, who learned the idea from watching Mexican cooks, popularized the hard shell taco, a pre-fired corn kind of casing that would be assembled quickly and consistently. So it's way more easy than the process I detailed earlier of creating a little thin pliable dough and then cooking it over surface and then ultimately only then dressing your taco. Other chains followed suit, each contributing their own spin. Del Taco leans into hearty combinations and bigger portions. Taco John's introduced Taco Tuesday into the national vocabulary. Even companies with no real ties to Mexican cuisine began advertising taco-like products, proving the dish had fully broken into the American mainstream. These chains didn't just sell food, they sold with a simplified, highly systematized version of the taco that cannot be replicated from California to Maine. This has pretty much already been covered, but the taco was definitely morphed and melded to better match the consensus American interests. In the United States, the taco frequently drifts away from its roots, morphing into new shapes that would bewilder traditional taquero. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. Hard shells become the norm for many Americans, even though most tacos in America remain proudly soft. Ingredients such as ground beef, seasoned taco mix, shredded yellow cheese, iceberg lettuce, and sour cream took center stage, none of which form the backbone of a traditional Mexican taco. Fast food chains introduced hybrids like Doritos Locos Tacos, where the tortilla itself became a neon orange snack. Breakfast tacos stuck with eggs and bacon, cream barbecue tacos from food trucks, and plant-based tacos served in lettuce cups all reflect the same pattern, the taco becoming a blank canvas for whatever culture wants to paint on it.